Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing great and I hope you guys had a great weekend by the time you watch this video. So I will be making all this food because जन्माष्टमी के आगे का जो सातम का दिन होता है ना, उस दिन हम गुजराती में ठंडा खाना खाते हैं। तो उसके अगले दिन जो भी प्रिपरेशन करनी होती है वो हम करते हैं। तो उसके पीछे कहानी है कि सातम के दिन माताजी घर पे आते हैं और ये जो माताजी है ना वो बच्चों के हैं। तो बच्चे जब बीमार होते हैं, उनको टेम्परेचर होता है तो वो उनको पसंद नहीं आता है। तो जो भी गरम चीज़ है, जैसे स्टव हो गया, राइट, स्टव हम शुरू करते हैं तो वो गरम हो जाता है ना, तो वो उनको पसंद नहीं है। तो बस उसी हिसाब से हमें जो भी खाना बनाना होता है हम अगले दिन बना देते हैं। और स्पेशली जिस घर में छोटे बच्चे हैं वो तो ये करते ही करते हैं। तो मेरी मम करती थी तो मैं भी ये फॉलो करती हूँ बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली मेरे घर पे भी बच्चे हैं। So I'm gonna walk you through. I'll show you exactly what I'm making. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. So stay tuned and let's get started with the recipe. So I will be making masala puri, daiwada, aloo sabji, Tindora sabji and sambaro, which I will explain it later on what that is. But first of all, let's go ahead and start making puri. So here I have chapati atta, just regular chapati atta that we use to make chapati or roti. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of suji as well as the besan. Into that I'm adding salt to taste, haldi powder, just a little bit of asafoetida and red chili powder. Also I will add about a tablespoon oil into this, make a stiff dough, and we're gonna let this rest for at least 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start with the aloo sabji. So here in a pan, I do have oil heating up. Once the oil is hot enough, I'm adding some mustard seed, whole red chili, as well as the asafoetida. I'm also adding some green chilies. Now, green chilies is up to you how spicy you want it, but you guys know we like spicy food. So I'm gonna let this saute just for about a few seconds, and next I'm adding some tomato puree. Now let's say if you don't have a tomato puree, no big deal. You can always add the chopped tomato. But with the tomato puree, it gives really good color to this sabji. Also adding all the basic masala, so haldi powder, red chili powder, as well as the dhania jeera powder. After adding this masala, I'm gonna cover this and let this cook on medium flame for about 7 minutes until you don't see the oil is separated. Once the oil is separate, then you do want to go ahead and add the potato. Now as you can see here, I do have the boiled potato. I chop them and make sure they are room temperature before you add to this gravy. And after adding potato, you do want to add more water into this. Cover that and let that simmer for another about 10 minutes or so on very low flame. Once you see the oil is separated again, at that point you do want to add some salt to taste as well as just a little bit sugar, not much, because we do need to balance all this flavor out. And I'm gonna squeeze some lemon juice in it, and that's it. Our aloo sabji is all done. So as you saw in this sabji, I did not add any ginger, garlic or the onion, because whenever you do want your sabji to last long, you don't want to add those ingredients. And believe me guys, it looks so simple, but this sabji came out so yummy. So next I'm gonna start with the sambaro now. So sambaro in Gujarati is basically semi-cooked sabji. So here in the pan I do have oil heating up. Once the oil is hot enough, I'm adding some mustard seed, asafoetida, green chilies, because we are not gonna use any red chili in this. And whenever you make the sambar, you do want to use the ingredients that is okay not to be cooked completely. So let's say eggplant, bindi, those kind of things you can use it for this because that has to be cooked completely. So here I'm using the cabbage as well as the carrot because those two ingredients वो अच्छी तरीके से cook नहीं हुए तो भी ठीक है क्योंकि हमें वो crunch चाहिए उसमें. So hardly it's gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes to cook this because as I mentioned earlier, we are not gonna cook this completely. So once I add the cabbage, I'm gonna add some salt to taste as well as just a little bit of haldi powder, and that's about it. I'm gonna mix everything and cover that for maybe 5 minutes or so, and that's about it. Our sambaro is all done. And now I'm gonna start with the daiwada. So here I have a udad dal which I soak it in the water for about 3 hours. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend it. So before you blend it, of course, you do wanna drain all the water out, and you do wanna save that water just a little bit. So here, as you see, I'm adding some green chilies, and that water which I save, I'm gonna add that just a little bit, not much, because if you need more, you can always add it, but don't add too much from the beginning. And as you see, whenever I make the daiwada, I always use just the udad dal and nothing else. But believe me, guys, daiwada comes out so spongy and soft, and I don't add any baking soda or nothing in it. But still, this daiwada always comes out perfect. So consistency of this batter should be like this. As you see, if I'm trying to pour in that, it's not pouring like very easily. So that's how you want it. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of asafetida as well as salt to taste. Mix everything, and now I'm gonna go ahead and deep fry this vada. And for the yogurt mixture, I do have the yogurt which I add some water, not much, because consistency of this mixture should be very thick. And I'm gonna add salt as well as sugar, and that's it. Our yogurt mixture is ready for the vada. And lastly, I'm gonna start making puri. So of course we can roll out individual puri, but here I'm gonna roll out one big puri, and with the help of this katori, I'm gonna cut out four puri out of this because hey, sometimes we need some shortcut in our life, right? And by this time, be honest with you, I was done with the kitchen because I start making all this food by lunchtime. So I made a breakfast, lunch for the kids, and then I start making all this food. So by the time I was done with all this, I was so tired. But I absolutely love making this way, so that way one day I make all this food, so next day I don't have to worry about it. And that's the another reason I love doing meal planning. Of course, this is not that, but now Monday I don't have to worry about cooking anything. So I guess Mataji also knows, that we need break once in a while. So definitely, guys, try this recipe. All of them came out perfect. They are easy to make. It's not like complicated. There is no any extra special masalas or anything that goes in. But just with the simple masala, food can be really tasty also. And as you can see, one advantage of making puri this way is they all come out same size. And as you see, they all fluff up. So, of course, that was the plus point. And then lastly, I'm making here the Tindora aloo sabji. And actually, be honest, I was not going to make this sabji, but then I thought, let me just go ahead and make it since I already have the Tindora cut out. So just to be safe side and just to make this sabji quick, I'm just gonna go ahead and deep fry aloo as well as the Tindora, and then just make the tadka on the side. So here in the pan, I do have some oil heating up. Once the oil is hot enough, I'm adding some mustard seed, asafoetida, and then I'm gonna add the aloo as well as the Tindora and all the basic masalas. So haldi powder, dhania jeera powder, red chili powder, salt to taste, and squeeze lemon juice at the end, and that's about it. So let's say you are making this sabji for the crowd, right? It takes forever for Tindora to get cooked. So that is the another way quickly you can make this sabji by deep frying. By no means the sabji is healthy because you are deep frying, but sometime when, as I say, that if you are in a hurry or if you are making this sabji for the crowd, this is the easiest way to make this sabji. And also by making it sabji this way, it's gonna last long too because you are deep frying, so definitely, guys, give this recipe a try. And that's it. After Tindora sabji, I was done with the kitchen. So let me show you my preparation now. Definitely, guys, I enjoy cooking, no doubt about it. But sometimes it's get overwhelmed, when you are doing back to back. So Here I have my puri as well as the daiwada. So for daiwada, basically I sprinkle some red chili powder. I do have the sweet chutney on top of that, as well as the daiwada masala, so that you can get it from any Indian store. And if you don't have that, you can basically dry roast the cumin and that sprinkle that on top of that, and that should be good also. And I do have the detailed recipe for that. So if you want to see that, I'm going to link that video down below in the description box. So my aloo sabji, Tindora sabji, sambaro, everything is ready. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Take care and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.